Welcome to Dungeon Master. This is a new level where we see new things in a new way, and it's the level of out in the streets from the dungeon. We're finally getting a breath of fresh air, but we must scoot through at the moment because we're seeing credits for something we don't need to see credits for. In fact, we are here in the revelry of it all to talk with the ones we need to see. And they are right before us in our very eyes, and that he's getting on the table in this dungeon looks like the Between Dungeon stage. That they're lining up for another game of Dungeon Master, and they want to go to Amsterdam to play it professionally is what he's saying right now, and that's what he's saying right now is what he's saying right now. And then this guy gets up, and he looks like he's got to tear off the screen, so I have a feeling he's got to get his point of view shot, but it's like he's in the shot too, so what is it, third person? Now we're to where we needed to be to start the dungeon. You see, that other stuff was storyline, and sometimes the storyline doesn't mean anything, but there was a clue left back there. A clue you should have seen, and it will take you to new heights. And when did Dungeon Master become just watching other people play video games? I'll tell you when. When Dungeon Master was originally intended to be a show to learn how to watch video games, because there's a way to play them. But did you know there's a way to watch them? And did you know you're choosing the route for him right now because there's only one susceptible route to this maze? Whichever route you choose is the one susceptible route. Because you chose it. Don't you understand that the route you choose is the route you should go on? Because what you should go on is the route you choose. And that the route you choose is already defaulted. Okay, here we go. So we're going down the street. And we're seeing nothing really going on. My door's a little busted, but I don't know how that happened. Did I run into the wall? Where was I when I crashed into a truck? Did you see me crash back there and didn't even warn me? All right, we're going further, and I don't know how far we're going to get with this. I mean, we could go on for races of time, and we could try and get the car fixed, and we could go to another level, but I just want to bebop it down the street. But that the radio station on is KMSA 91.3, Dungeon Master's favorite station. He knows one of the underwriters there. He's really nice to them and delivers music in small packages. He doesn't recommend they change a thing. And that he runs their social media doesn't mean he posts anything anymore. No, that's a joke. He posts plenty. And plenty will he post when 91.3 gets his thanks every day for letting him use their soundtrack on Dungeon Master. I feel like a DJ over here. I'm giving a radio station away. This is crazy. And if you haven't heard this station, it's a free radio, so where are you going to get free music except in the free radio? Now this guy, he's going down the tear, around the corner, and back the other way. No wonder he beat the mission. And again, I didn't see when he got out of the car, or if he did, and it doesn't seem like he did, but his right door is flapping open, so now he's in another standstill. We're in a sort of semi-auto dungeon. The dungeon is outside of it in the car, but in this kind of three-dimensional world where they look kind of like cartoons, and this is almost a cartoon, but to be a cartoon we'd have to skip far ahead, so let's skip far ahead. Then we can shift it in our own motion. And we fade up to a memory or a dream that had once receded in the vessel of the curious ones of life. That he's getting a crosswalk walk sign and oh, he didn't go for it in time. What has so stunted him? What has so kept him by the phone? Why is Dungeon Master so hard to beat on this level? It's like I thought I had something to do on this level, and now I can't figure out how to finish it. I guess I better just go for droves. Droves of time. Out in the essence of the world, I'll cruise down this road, yes. My door's not broken anymore. This is a new car. I better not smash it. Whoa! Alright, we're good. I'm still
I'm still curious how we got so far in the game without playing any of it. And does this game really end in 4 hours and 30 minutes? That's a piece of cake. Because all we got to do is go down here to the timeline and get where we're. I mean, I know we got a good car now, but just think what we'll have then. And, oh, we're so far in the game that now there's commercials and we don't know what's going on. It's totally the Scream movie. I didn't know they had more screams. There's more screams in Scream than Scream itself. There's more screams in Scream. Do we agree with this? Do we agree with this? If it has anything to do with YouTube, we agree with it completely. We love YouTube. We worship YouTube. We live YouTube. We are YouTube. Everybody's YouTube. Just come to YouTube and love YouTube forever. Now here's this guy. He gets in this plane and gets out and runs in here with his gun. And I thought this was Grand Theft Auto. This looks like Panic at the... Oh, no, that was Pan Atlantic, but Panic at the Airport. And that's not even a real movie. This guy's got to get a car. And when he's got to get a car, he's got to get a car. Hey, everybody, it's the warrior class. There's not exactly a level up on this, and it's kind of the transport between dungeons. That's why we call this the dungeon transport. Really have to get out of the city after stealing all the cars you can and blowing away dudes that are trying to stop you from stealing the car. You know, no matter who they are, they're probably not someone you would hang out with if you're trying to steal a car and someone comes up to you and tries to get you to stop. You just shoot him down. I mean, that's what you got to do, is just level him, dude. Because if he's not going to let you steal that car, then he's getting in your way. And if he's in your way, then you just got to get around it, man. You got to find some loophole, because, yeah.
Well, wasn't that the Sunday school special? And now I'd like to drive on through here with a searing wheel of flame. But I must run into something first. You know, I like to dent my cars up to make sure they know they're stolen. And that I can only drive stolen cars is an obsession of mine. That I get so crazy about only driving stolen cars. Like, people have bought me cars before and tried to get me to drive them. And I can't drive them unless they're stolen. They have to be a stolen car for me to drive it. And there's so many ways to steal a car, and that they haven't caught me yet. It's because I'm such a badass. Look at me in my armor. Oh, I blew the lid. Okay, now I've got to fix my car, or I'll just leave it behind and steal another car. Because you know what I said, right? That I can't, like, steal a car unless I steal a car. Or I can't drive a car unless I steal it. This looks like some sniper stuff. I better take care of this first. I don't remember what game that reminded me of. Grand Theft Auto, I guess, was the one. If that is even a game to judge it by. But I figure we have time to watch old Shooter Boy shoot at random shiznit. Because if you shoot at random shiznit, then what you going to shoot at otherwise? Like stuff he's actually figured out what to shoot at? Well, everybody's shooting at him, so he's got to defend himself, right? I mean, self-defense. I mean, if the guy's cracking you one off the roof, then you got to self-defense-ize yourself. And that this game isn't exactly for kids. I'm going to realize that, like, kids shouldn't be playing this. But, like, my brother was 3 years old when he got into this. No, I'm just kidding. That's just a dungeon master. Hey, that wasn't funny. My brother was 5 when he played Grand Theft Auto. See, they waited in my family to let him be 5 years old. Did you get it? I got you. I schooled you. Warrior boy, sniffing off into this other direction, whatever. You're never too young to play Grand Theft Auto. Come on now. Now, he gets up in this crane and he's going up in the end. This 3D animation looks bomb, dude. I mean, you have to admit, for being an old game. I mean, it isn't an old game. It's ancient. But that he's going back into the building, and it's not the dungeon, but there is a dungeon in the building. I can't explain how he got in this city mess. He was stealing car after car, and then it just so happened that he got completely shanked of his job. And I don't know why he's got this gun pointed at them, or why oh, look at that. That's why he had... Well, if he's Spider-Man all of a sudden, I don't... Okay. This is like a scene from Vertigo, right? Now he's afraid of heights. He's coming at him with a club. This could be interesting. It's turning Matrix. It's turning Matrix. That bullet hurt, bro. Can you get that out of my shoulder? Yeah, I'll just hit you with this stick until the bullet pops out. Come on now. Here we go. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Oh, sorry, I had to do that because I was stretching before the real battle. And as the real battle's begun, I'm about ready to kick some ass. And look at this down here, it even says the same thing as what I'm saying up here. And if there's closed captioning on, you know what that means. That means Dungeon Master's in good hands with YouTube. And YouTube takes care of those who take care of YouTube, which we try to deliver videos that they already have every day. That we're only delivering videos they already have isn't totally true, because we make our own videos out of videos they have, which is kind of a postmodern way to make a movie, but we realized that, like, this one's never been made, Grand Theft Auto the movie, that we're just taking a sample of what we would do if we had the movie. Now, if we had the movie going, and this is from Mortimer Crothers' desktop library edition of what to do to make a Dungeon Master episode, and I'm not supposed to give that away till I get into how to make YouTube videos, but for Dungeon Master, you have to have some kind of a POV moving forward, and that, like, you don't always have that in movies, but you have a proscenium, which is like a third invisible wall. You're still looking into a chamber. But with these 3D animations, you're looking into a chamber that then becomes flattened somehow and digitized by my camera while it's going on this really effective computer screen. And so then we're filming this thing, and it's like a cartoon now, but then it loses focus and gains focus, or like the normal qualities of like what would happen when you're photographing photographs. So when you're photographing photographs and you see them get blurry, it's not always the fault of being out of focus. It's that the beam you're at is interceding with the other beam, and that if you take it back, it still does the same thing. But that's because you're closer than the resolution accounted for. Now back to Dungeon Master. All right, I'm getting in this car. I can't drive cars unless I steal them. And here I go, back onto the track. I think oh, turn it around. Oh, that looks dangerous. Now, who called them? Because I didn't say they could come into this game. And who's Focus Schmocus? My car looks badass. And you know what? I stole this car, so I'm going to joyride it all I want. This could go on for a while, because I like this one a lot. It reminds me of how we have limited time to see what we need to see. So, as much as I like that car, come with me to a commercial world. And if we remember right, we have to dial the commercial past commercial. And now we're ready for where we once were. And though we're not going to quite reach where we needed to go, he's on the phone. He's on the phone and he's interested in something. His phone call, maybe. Maybe somebody said something on the other line. Can we read it down here? That platinum is mad heavy. That platinum is mad heavy. There's a plot involving platinum? Well, we should have seen that coming. It's a video game. They all end in platinum something. You get the platinum award for the most stolen cars and gunned-down Mobies. I don't know. No, that would be terrible. We would never do that. Now, here we go down the street and looking around. We're sorry that we did that to you all and made you think that that was the car we wanted to show off, but this is actually the super-duper revved up, amped up vehicle that we wanted to show you in a truck. And then I'm in this truck and I'm cruising through the rain and it's looking good on me. Yeah, freaking right. I'm a driver, I'm a winner, things are gonna change, I can feel it. So I got up the hill and, oh, which way was that place we were going? Oh man, go up the other way. Dude, could you, okay, it's straight for a while. I know this road looks like it goes nowhere, but it's straight, go straight. Okay, we're back kind of by the city. Now, if I go around this loop and into the city, then I'll be right where I need to, oh, he popped my trunk, dude. And that's my engine lid, my engine light's on, and I don't know why this road is blinking out, but I should have seen those things in the way. If those coins are in the way, but they're totally my friend at the same time, it's cool, because I need a friend, and those coins are looking juicy. Whoa, I almost ran over some dude. Did you see that guy? He probably shit his pants. Okay, I'm sorry I cussed. Don't curse that for us. Don't curse this whole episode just because I cussed, you know. It can happen even in a cartoon. And
how can this be a cartoon except for that it's somebody else playing a video game that I'm recording in such a way that it doesn't even count as video anymore.
And I, Dungeon Master, love coins. And if I can get all the juicy coins I can get, then I will get them and take them to another place where we will go with the squirrels and the hawks and the beavers and the doves, and we will be no longer car thieves and wreck cars maliciously and shoot at pedestrians no matter how much they look like they could use a helping hand. We just blast at them with one of our Glocks or whatever we got. And I don't even know what that word means, and it's probably Russian and gonna get me banned, but anything that's Russian deserves to get banned. Why wouldn't you ban Russian? I ban Russia from even existing. And I still have my copy of War and Peace to prove it. Now that this game of Grand Theft Auto, which I'm giving it all away by saying that's what this is, has done one thing for me. It's made me realize that we're in the middle of another Macbeth remake, and that's what this game is based on, is Macbeth, which is about a guy that goes around a castle smashing up cars, shooting pedestrians, getting in the cars he smashed up, smashing them up some more, changing the radio, and the radio really doesn't need to change, but at the same time, like Game SA is known for their eminence and their glory. That they don't have to change a thing is really on my mind right now, and that they would test such a screen is fine with me, because we're all going through on a groovier situation basis than that. We don't just try and throw loopholes to see if we can get that by. We basically gently ask a manager if we can make them money, and they usually say yes. That this is going to sell copies of GTA, I hope it sells 1 million copies. Who's with me to buy 1 million copies of Grand Theft Auto tonight? And even though this is part 3 and there's been like 3 or 4 other parts, you have to admit it flows like a kitten, because you didn't even know we were in and out of 3 cars back there when I started talking. And it just went on, and now he's on this country road. I don't drive a car unless I steal one. Alright, we're getting out. We're getting out and going to see what this whole... Who are these guys? I'm jacking them up, dude. These guys look mean and nasty. Oh, it's a big brutal battle. Who are these dudes that came out with the army suit on? That's crazy, and they're all swinging at me, and I'm swinging at them. It's like a madhouse in here, man. I can't even tell what's going on. Mission passed. Well, I'd say so. I just Looney Tuned a whole group of batch. And now I'm out of here, dude, because I don't want HR Cumberpatch to pay me back. So now they're in HR Cumberpatch's basement, and she's still pretending that she knows what she's doing with a stick or a cane or whatever she's got to prove that she can do with what she may be bluffing that she can do.
How many vote yes that she knows what she's doing? Very few voted yes. How many vote no that she doesn't know what she's doing? Not very many people voted no, but she kind of knew what she was doing when she smacked that dude up.
I am going to steal a car like I never have before, and the Dungeon Master has never been so classy to steal a car and get away with it. That I'm gonna just be tapping hot bitches and getting me some dollar bills and having me the Chronic of Narnia tonight, sounding what I'm doing, dude, because I'm freaking living the dream, and I'm gonna freaking live the dream till I crash my car and steal another one to shoot at someone. I'll steal a car just to shoot at somebody. That's how immoral this game is making me. And that it's a game means that we've got to go to commercial, because otherwise we wouldn't be making money for everyone, which is what we intend on doing, but the computer is giving us a vibe like, stay on target here. And that we're still a ways out means we've got to scoot in, and we may have to suffer Commercialville for this. But don't judge me on the way. I'm going to show you something interesting. Why? That's not it. This is the end of Grand Theft Auto 3. Now that I'm not supposed to give away spoilers, if you voted yes, you were right. She does know what she's doing. and that both of those women were the puppet masters of the whole show and had controlled everyone and were giving them things, hypnotizing them in ways and portents that they were forcing them to steal cars, no matter who they were, and got at poor pedestrians who were trying to stop them from stealing cars. That this is all the way at the Looney Tune end of this Grand Theft Auto chase. We must savor the graphics that haven't ever looked so good, but now are even getting more realistic, and I don't know if it's more of a cartoon, if it's less realistic, or more of a realism if it's not a cartoon. But if it is a cartoon and it's more realistic that way, then draw me up, because I'm ready to go to any place we can drop a cartoon, because if you want to know what moves and animates before us, it's another stolen car. And I thought we were really at the end of the game. Didn't you all? Raise your hand if you thought we were at the end of the game. Yeah, I thought that too, but now that we've got a little ways to go, why don't we all just get comfy and, kick back and not worry about when the end is going to be, because we got so tied up in all the ball games around the submissions and the downloadable content and all that we forgot that we had a few more cars to steal, and we hadn't stolen every car out there yet. So now we got to steal every car out there, and then I stole this one 3 times, and I still keep stealing the same cars. And these guys got to get better security on their cars, man. I mean, you'd think after me jacking 30 cars a minute ago that they'd get better service on their cars, but I don't know. I get pretty good deals on my cars. I take them to Joe's garage, and he usually shoots at me when I pull in, but then I just shoot back, and if I don't kill him, then he fixes my car. Because if I kill him, you can't fix the car. It's weird. One time he told me that, and I was like, I didn't believe him, so I killed him, and he didn't fix my car. So I guess that went over the way he wanted it to. I hope I get to see him again. But I don't really know what these monster letters are about on the side, but YouTube, bless the name. Bless the name of YouTube. It is so great to us. We appreciate YouTube. We're totally that nuts. No, I'm just kidding. We love you, YouTube. Look at that, man. We can see this game getting really intense. Like, I remember this being the end of the game, and I was all on this part, and it was like really a hard game, and I didn't know what to do, and it was like first-person POV shooter at these parts, and like this long aim, and somebody else take this. Well, come back. I don't know who that was or what he was talking about, but that this is close to the end of Dungeon Master is true, and that he's ferrying through the lights, flittering in every direction, and he sees them ghost-like in the performance of lap wisdom of everything I've been through to get out of this city and back to the Dungeon Keep, where I have thought I belonged. Did I see an exit to the Dungeon Keep over there? Left. Let's go left. No, I'm going back the other way. Oh, these lights are bright. I'm getting out of the car and seeing what I see tonight. Get comfy, because we're not quite to where we need to be, because if you see, we've lost touch with the timeline, which seems to be on our side, but that it's so rigidly towards the end. And this ending makes no sense, because there he is, after being surrounded by a city. He's on a blank road, looking at lights, and it's like he has his periscope aimed, and we don't know what he's got it aimed at. And is this really such the end of the game, that you just pause it on the screen forever? And we do thank the KMSA again for thine gentle tunes of easygoing harmonies, and we love the punk too, which makes us hard. Now that he just shot up, did you see that? We looked away for 1 second, he blew everything up. And then he blew everything up. I knew I was going to say before he blew everything up, it was coming, because it was around the same time he blew everything up that I said it. And now he's going down the road, and he's tripping on newspapers, and we can't really make out what. Oh, if he thinks passing out newspapers is going to get him anywhere, then he doesn't realize what a dilemma he's in unless he steals a car. Because I cannot drive it unless I steal a car. Alright, here we go. We're going down the road. Alright, this is the end of Oblivion. I don't want any of you to forget where I'm going, because, I don't want to admit it, but, nobody here has been drinking, because you can't drink and drive. You can steal cars, and you can shoot people, and you can drive all over the hill and back.
but don't drink and drive, because that just puts a bad symbol on everything, and that some of the guys in these games do that. I have to apologize to the whole community of people that would be in my honor and respect to teach me the ways of not drinking and driving. And if I could really teach you the ways to not drink and drive, it would just make me feel so successful with life. Can I get an amen? Amen. All right, well, oh, who put this bottle of Jack in my car? Well, I'm just going to take a sip. No, I'm kidding. You'll never know if I did, because I'm in my car while I'm talking to you, and that's what you forgot. And now this guy's riding up my ass. Oh, that was badass, dude. That guy just taken out by a lamppost. Hell yeah, Lampy. Let's go. Eat some lamp. Oh, we're fucking on the other side of the course now, and if we get up road a little bit, we'll see the end is getting near, but not near enough, because I'm about to call Dungeon Master and see what he's got to say about this final car thief stealing that has only run over 2 pedestrians. I'm a bit disappointed there wasn't more carnage, but that I got the exact car almost. The one I just destroyed was a weird phone booth exit.
And now we are back to the theater of Dungeon Master, which we're outside the dungeon lair, but only a little ways enough to see the city of the future, and that it's a utopia, and that he passed his mission, and that he doesn't know which car to use except the smashed up one is going to be used last, because it will be fixed by its owner only to be stolen by him again.
Hey, buddy, what you doing out here? Can we help you with anything? Yeah, hey guys, I was going into that kitchen over there, and I have to do some dishes, but if you could excuse me, please. I just got off my Harley, and I feel a little dented from the... Oh, okay. So you guys are like press pass agents, huh? Well, I have my press pass. I got a press pass one of those days ago, and used it once. Alright, I'm getting into the building. That's cool. It's like a big building, and it's not even that intimidating to me.
Now, does she know what she's doing, or doesn't she? Because I say she does, and she still gets captured. That this is the wildest thing I've ever seen, this ending, because I've never come this far. I always get stuck on that bridge where you don't know whether to throw a bomb or not. And that this footage is coming to me at Lapland speed, and that we're all going into a future eternal bliss, and that we're all buoyant among the rapids of our life, and that he just decked him on hard was one that we had to see for ourselves, and that we're back to gameplay after that rancid display of climactic endings. That Grand Theft Auto has no ending is what I'm beginning to predict. And yet I've predicted falsely, because it looks as though we're still going on. Going on for another course. Going on for another combative day. In the parlor room, we have our tricks, and we have our trades, and we have our things we like to do. But hasn't it been fun watching Grand Theft Auto with you? And now we go into this road and up the hill, and that looks like the dungeon is coming on to Dungeon 34. This has been Dungeon Master 33. No level up, just your presence required, and whether or not you thought that woman knew what she was doing. That you're still shooting after I've said it's over? Beautiful.